Shalom, giving all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Dash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching this truth that's going all around the earth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, all right, and to you brothers out there who have been pushing this gospel to the four corners of the earth, and you few sisters who believe in the gospel of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. I say to you all, Shalom, it's your brother, Tazawan Bayath. I'm going to bring a lesson, and I'm a few days behind here. Other brothers have gone into this lesson with this guy here on the screen that you see, who committed a very wicked act. Okay, and we know that nowadays people do things because they think it's going to bring them attention, right? But in this case, it brought this guy here, this young man, the wrong kind of attention, okay, because he committed a wicked act, okay, basically. All right, now we keep everything in its proper context and know that, well, this little dude here is wicked, and you know what he did was wicked, even to a man who's low. You know, he may not be the man that's low and fighting throughout his life. You know, he, as we're going to see when we watch the video, you know, this man was smoking, okay, and what have you. But nonetheless, Jake's heart is dark, okay. Their minds are corrupted, okay, because this is all about how many likes and subscriptions you can get for your page, right? Trying to lift yourself up, all right, so to speak. So I'm not going to make this very long. Like I said, this has been out there already a few days, 3-4 days, and I'm just getting around to doing, you know, my response to it, okay? And I'm just going to get a couple of scriptures and we'll be done with it, okay? Now, I'll set this up if you haven't seen it. This young guy here, he runs into a guy who's down on his luck. Let's just say it that way. Now we understand that the Lord make men to be rich, and he maketh the poor as well. So either way, you know, the Lord is responsible for these, you know, this act, you know, these things that is that we see, okay, and this guy acts like he's going to, he runs into this homeless man sitting in the alley or behind the Wendy's or wherever it is, and pretends that he's gonna buy this man something to eat. So let's run it. Now I happen to get this off of somebody else's page. I had to go out there and look for it because I couldn't remember the brother's page that I saw who had done a response to it. You know, the elder, but not the Zachbot, he did a response to it, and I believe they took his page down or shut his page down. Okay, and there was another brother who did a response to it, but I couldn't remember the brother, his page that I watched it on, so I had to go out there and search for it. But anyway, without further ado, let's watch a little bit of this, and I might have to skip through some of it, you know, to get the full effect of it. So, you know, Salakia for that. So let's get into it right now.
Los Angeles, California has the third biggest homeless population in the United States. And today it's my job to make sure there's one less hungry person on the streets. Hey, excuse me, sir. Hey, I was wondering, are you hungry by any chance?
Now you see this man, he's sitting behind wherever, maybe he's sitting behind the Wendy's, and you know, he's not doing too well, right? But nonetheless, these look like both Jakes. Okay, and you can see he's smoking. Okay, and it doesn't look like a cigarette, all right, or a cigar or whatever you want to call it. It looked like a pipe or something, all right.
Yes, man. All right, man, I got you. Would you like a Baconator, fries, a drink? Is that cool? All right, what's your name, man? Israel. God.
Now, the man's name is Israel, all right, and as the brother said in his video, now that's spiritual. Okay. All right.
Bless you, Israel. I got you. I'll be right back, man.
Now, the dude said, bless you, Israel, right? So, you know, let's go on further.
Baconator combo, please. Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, man. I got you. you're a baconator, man. I was homeless myself, so I want to make sure you get on the right path. You know, you're always able to, you know, get back on your feet. You know, so I want you to enjoy this.
Now look at this wicked shit, right? So he eats the food in front of this man, and this man can't do nothing but turn away. Okay. And this dude thinks he's cute. He thinks it's funny.
Yes, nothing.
Slovakia. So let's go through this guy's commentary and get back to it here. So he eats in front of this man.
This crack addict.
Okay, the man says he was smoking. You know, you heard him. I don't know if he plays the rest of it. Slovakia. Let's see if he plays the rest of it. But you get the idea.
Damn. Look at that fucking.
So he's eating in front of the guy. Okay. Now, if this ain't a black-hearted, wicked-ass thing to do, I don't know what is. Now, look at this. We just turn the sound down. Okay? So anyway, that's that. So you get the gist of what the video was about. Okay? And so I can bend this up so it looks, so you can see clearly. So we'll just get to the scriptures and then we'll be done. Okay? That's a very wicked act to do, okay? So let's get to the scriptures here. This is Exodus, and we're just going to hit the scriptures and be done. Exodus 23:3. Matter of fact, let me do this. Because you have what's called sundry laws, okay? Things you know, all right? You make sure that you know them, you understand them, you know, just knowing altogether the rights and wrongs, even innately, you know, as just one being to another. Okay, let's read this. It says, "Thou shalt not raise a false report, put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Okay, neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause." All right, so I mean that's really going into, really a man who might be doing well, go up against a poor man, a low man, you can beat him at, whatever issue you may have, but ultimately it's like just don't disrespect the poor man. All right, just because you know that you can win let's say a lawsuit or something against him and really just make his life even worse. All right. So, there's no need, like they say, how does the saying go? No need to kick a man when he's down. How about that? That's kind of an easier way to understand this. Okay, because that's evil, and what that guy did just now, what you saw was a wicked act, man. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Look at this guy in his pride. Okay. Let's go to Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 15. We'll jump in right there, verse 7. It says, "If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren," was that man more than likely this other man's brethren? Okay. "If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates, and in thy land which the Lord thy power giveth thee," and of course we're not in our own land and these types of things, right? Okay, but according to our heritage, our laws, okay, our statutes, we don't belittle our people if they struggling for any reason. That's not what you do. Okay, but niggas are proud here in Babylon. Okay, they love to embarrass or try to make another man or woman, for that matter, feel low. they get off on that kind of stuff. Okay? If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in thy land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother. Right? That's this little nigga here. He did the total opposite. Right? But thou, verse 8, but thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he wanteth. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the seventh year, the year of release is at hand, and thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou giveth him not, and he cry unto the Lord Yahweh against thee, and it shall be sin unto thee. Right? Because we had that custom of, if we had a brother who may be poor, you know, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's called the year of Jubilee, that you can take a brother in, you know, and maybe, you know, you can build him up, you know, let him work, feed him, give him what he needs, and then by the end of that 7 years, on the 7th year of releasing him, he'll have enough to where he can, you know, sustain himself, you see, because it's not part of our custom to see our own down, okay, and leave him there, you know. But like I said, niggas is covetous in Babylon the Great. You learn that shit from Esau, all right, and all these other wicked ass nations, okay, because that's not who we are as a people. This is Matthew 24:3. We're gonna hit these and run, okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahweh answered and said unto him, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, earthquakes, in diverse places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. Right? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Now, this is the believers, okay? This is the elect, all right? But we take it and apply it to what you see today, okay, and the things that you know, we see these wicked jakes doing, okay? And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, all right? Your family members, those of us who believe in this truth, your family members pretty much hate you now, okay? Because all you care about is the truth. And you're not the type of person that's going to go out here, all right, with them and go to swing parties and go out here and try to rob somebody, or go out here in the street and, you know, you smoking dope, walking up and down the street now that it's legal and all this. Oh, this place is a filthy fucking cesspool now, okay? And the minds of the people are right there in the gutter with it, all right? Verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity, which is the point right here for this scripture, to apply to what we just saw, and because iniquity shall abound, right? Sin on top of sin on top of sin on top of sin, and on and on and on and on. Niggas are wicked, all right? These people are wicked. The love of many shall wax cold. And that was a cold ass thing for that dude to do, okay, to another brother. Okay. Hebrews 13:1. And it reads, let brotherly love continue. Okay, brotherly love. All right. Now, of course, again, we apply this to the elect, the brotherhood today. Let's just say we show love to each other. Okay. And of course, consequently, we can't expect, right? We can't expect these dead ass people who are walking around to show any kind of love, right? Their love is only for the love of the people that do the things that they do in the world. That's the love that they have, all right? But as a nation of people, we were supposed to always follow the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments to the best, and now we do it to the best of our ability, right? And you have a separation between the 1/3 and the 2/3, all right? Just talking about our nation, all right? Verse 2, be not forgetful to entertain strangers. Now, this is another point that can be put in here, all right? That man said his name was Israel, okay? Now, if we look at something, if we look at this in a different way, I mean, could this have been some kind of setup, some kind of skit just to do it? I don't know. But let's just keep it in this context in which we saw it. Let's just say that young dude didn't know this guy, right? He thought it'd be a funny thing to do to record himself doing the act that he did, all right? He doesn't know who he's dealing with. Okay. Now I'm not saying that that man is an angel disguised. I'm just saying it could be, perhaps. He said his name was Israel. Okay. Now I don't know. We don't know. Okay, but we're reminded, those of us in the truth, right? And this is how come brotherly love has to continue, because you never know who you're going to bump into going around the corner. Okay. Verse 2 again, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Remember them that are in bonds, as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves, right? You put yourself in their shoes, also in the body. Okay? So you don't do shit to people to be mean and to be wicked. Okay, you have to look at things sometimes and say, what if I was in that situation? Okay. All right. So let's go on real quick here. I don't want to go on too much longer. Let's read Luke 16. Okay. And again, this is a parable, okay, of the Israelites being sucked dry by the Edomites, but we look at these things also because we have wickedness of our own nation. And there are those 2/3 there are a lot of them who are on high, who are sitting real good, who have a lot of money, who have a lot of companies. They got their own tennis shoe brands and clothing brands and colognes and record companies and this and that. And you know the drill. You know who they are, right? Who are doing real good. Okay. So this applies to them as well, because you take a person who sells billions of dollars worth of tennis shoes, right? And it's mostly his people that put their children in it, from toddlers all the way up through college, right? But yet you keep yourself from your people, and you side with the side that gives you your money, your contracts, right? So that you could live a billionaire jet set lifestyle. I'm not calling no names, but you know who they are, right? So anyway, let's read this. This is Luke 16:19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Okay, you can go on and read the rest of the story, okay? But the point I wanted to get was verse 21, and desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores, right? So, I mean, of course, that's going into something else, but we look at the low state of some of our people, okay? And looking at the parable, it's like, a man being so low, having nothing, right? And then people still mock you, take advantage of you, okay? Still step on you, right? And treat you as if you're not even a living soul, okay? Now, of course, fucking Edomites have been doing that to us for centuries, okay? But in this sense, that man is already low, and here you are, you mock him and you make fun of him, and you go and buy some shitty ass junky food, right? And then you devour it in front of him, okay? That's just a wicked ass act. This is Matthew 25, and we jump in verse 31, and as you see, it says the judgment, all right? So verse 31, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left hand. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world, right? Which will be the elect of the Lord, okay? Verse 35, for I was a hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in, right? These are the things we just read about, what was in, if you go back to Deuteronomy, right, where we started. Okay, it talks about the what? And in Hebrews, having that brotherly love, right? Doing the things that the Lord gave us. He gave us a constitution that we're supposed to live by. That's what makes us special. That's what makes us different from all other nation people. They don't have that. We have a book that tells us how we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to worship our power, and how we're supposed to treat each other. You see? Verse 36, naked, and ye clothed me, I was sick, and ye visited me, I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily, I say unto you, insomuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my what? Brethren, ye have done it unto me, right? Your brethren, okay? Verse 41, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed. So, okay, now we get to a different aspect of what we saw. So if this shit was not staged and he really did this, guess what, buddy? You're cursed, okay, for your wickedness. How about that? Verse 41, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, get away from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire. Well, you know what? The second death is prepared for many, just like this young dude, okay? There's going to be innumerable number of Negroes who burn up in the fire that's coming, okay? Thinking that you're cute, thinking that you're smart, okay? Just because your head is big doesn't mean that you're smart. Then shall he say, verse 41 again, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hunger, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in, naked, and ye clothed me not, sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or in a thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, insomuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And that brotherly love was not there, and so he did nothing for the Lord, okay? You did nothing for the Lord. There was a brethren that needed your help, or you could have helped, and you shut your hand to them, okay? Verse 46, and these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal, right? See? And that's why, we say it all the time, man, to be in this truth is a blessing, all right? Because we have a good shot at being one of the elect of the Lord. So long as we endure, the Lord put the Spirit on us so we can endure it, okay, until the end. And 2/3 of our own people, well, you deserve what you get. Ain't nobody crying over you. This is 2 Peter 1:1, and reads, Simon Peter, a servant and apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, to them that have obtained like precious faith with us through the righteousness of the Most High and our Savior, Yahushua Mashiach, grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of the Most High and of Yahushua our Lord, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, through the knowledge of him that hath called us to glory and virtue, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. Okay? And 2/3 niggas is filled with lust of the world, right? That's why you can't see this truth. All right, the Lord has blinded you. Verse 5, and besides this, given all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and virtue to knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness what? Brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. Okay? Charity is a big portion. If you go into the scriptures, you'll find out that the Apostle Paul wrote a lot about charity and having charity for the brotherhood. Okay? That's for us now. But even niggas in the world, innately as a people, we are very charitable people. Okay? That's part of us. Okay? I know a lot of people of the world who would never do something like this. This nigga's pure wicked. Okay? Again, keeping everything in perspective as we saw it, that this was not some skit or something played out or whatever. It didn't look like it, but you never know. Okay? But just saying in general, this was a very wicked act, all right? So anyway, that's my take on it. That's my response to this. The Most High is going to fry this little nigga, particularly if he doesn't repent, okay? All right? Be ye cursed, all right? That's the end of the video. Shalom.